Is like, yeah, just kind of waiting to see, how it is in 6 months. Going to see how it is in 8 months. We'd like to make it to a year, but I don't think we're going to make it to a year. I pray a lot at night. I usually stay up a lot at night. I pray a lot.
In Medicine Hat, Alberta, Les Landry is contemplating MAID and leaving behind his beloved service dog, Annie. Les has been growing steadily poorer and more desperate since his career as a truck driver was derailed more than a decade ago.
Disability can happen to anyone at any time. I was doing good. I was making good money, 85 grand a year. I developed a hernia, and then that's when the surgery happened. That's when the blood pressure went out of control. That's when I developed epilepsy and the 3 mini strokes, and things just fell apart. Good girl.
On Alberta's disability program, Les was receiving $1,685 a month, plus benefits for his service dog, special diet, and medications.
This is my blister pack.
Along with timely donations from strangers on Twitter, he was just scraping by.
That's for a week.
Then in May, he turned 65. In the bureaucratic shuffle, he was transitioned from disability to senior status and actually lost some benefits.
I am no longer a person with a disability. I am a senior citizen in poverty.
In the past, Les planned ahead, made extra payments on his bills. But he's no longer able to do that and is forced to rely even more on donations.
The big picture is, if I didn't plan ahead and make them extra payments, I'd probably be homeless. I cannot live the rest of my life on the goodwill of friends on Twitter. No.
Les, Joni, and many other disabled Canadians who share their stories with Global News say they aren't against medically assisted dying in principle, but they say Canada should have raised disability benefits before expanding access to it.
I'm from Medicine Hat, and if I was forced to live in Medicine Hat, I would qualify for euthanization just because I hated it so much and I would never be able to handle it twice in a lifetime. Okay, that's a bit of a joke, because I would never move there. But that's sad from my hometown. That is really, really sad. There's a lot of people committing suicide in Medicine Hat. More people committed suicide than died of the floozy, if you know what I mean. So, yeah.
Disabilities and living in pain. They targeted people with disabilities and people with chronic pain. And I said, if you're going to do that, you have a responsibility to also lift the benefits and increase the quality of life for people with disabilities, the people you are targeting.
We should prioritize healthcare and social support that promotes the human rights of all.
Trudeau Lemons is a professor of...
Very important. I don't support the Ukrainian war, and I'm half Ukrainian. And yet, as a half Ukrainian, I'm in the shittiest neighborhood qualified for euthanization. And it's just absolutely hideous. Everybody just about qualifies for euthanization. And the Ukrainians, 90,000 came to BC and got decent housing. My neighborhood is like a concentrated neighborhood. It should be almost desolated with the amount of death that has been in my neighborhood. But still, it's full of people. They herd people poor down in our neighborhood and make us second-class citizens to druggies, which I always fight. And now, the druggies that they enabled to think that they were so special that they could commit crime and blah, 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 all qualify for euthanization. Oh, there's a cop under my window. Anyway.
Health Law and Policy at the University of Toronto. He has been warning the Canadian government for years that the speed and scope of its plans to expand access to assisted dying was a violation of the rights of disabled Canadians.
Out of a misplaced form of compassion, we think that persons with disabilities have a reason to end their life earlier than others. This basically is discriminatory.
Only about a dozen countries have legalized doctor-assisted death.
Now, moving day. I sure hope that's what they're doing.
This is our neighborhood last year.
I sure hope they move, in a way
and just say sorry to all of us. Yes, that's what they need to do. Sorry for ruining your summer. So I think that's someone from the city giving out notices. Are you giving out notices to the 10 people? Not home. Yeah, they don't want to notice. They're not answering. Why didn't you bang down there for contempt? They're in there. From the last I saw. How? I don't know. So I don't know what's happening there. I can only guess that's notices.
Made us live in a dump,
It's
and then we
been
qualify
hell.
for euthanization.
Absolutely hell. Staring at that, not being able to enjoy my beautiful big freaking TV because there's so much more happening out here. It's